Are you looking for your next crochet project? Do you want something that is not only beautiful but practical as well? Well, today I'm going to be sharing 12 of my favorite crocheted shawls and wraps, including my latest finish, the Island Time Shawl by Not a Crawl Crochet. This beauty is the perfect mix of tropical vibes and cozy elegance, and I cannot wait to share all the details with you. In the past, shawls had a bad rap. They were seen for women of a certain age, and they weren't trendy or fashionable, and that could not be further from the truth. These 12 pieces are the perfect blend of fashion and functionality, and whether you just need to warm up on a cold winter day, or you're going out on the town and you want something elegant to wrap around your shoulders, or maybe you just want to add that pop of handmade charm to your existing wardrobe, wraps and shawls are for everyone. I was recently looking for a project to take with me on a trip, so I was going with my husband to the Dominican Republic.
Thank you so much. Welcome to Punta Cana.
For our 30th wedding anniversary, and I wanted something that was going to be portable, but I also wanted to make a project for a friend who is going through a really difficult time. And I decided that I wanted to make a shawl, and I discovered the Island Time Shawl by Not a Crawl Crochet. Now, I love everything that Mallory from Not a Crawl Crochet designs. She has such an eye for color and texture and pattern all together, and I just love everything she does. So when I saw that she had this beautiful shawl design, I just thought, this is it. This is exactly what I'm going to make. One of the things that I love about this project is that the color possibilities are endless. Plus, you can choose a lot of different yarn fibers, and I chose a cotton and silk blend. This is Mirasol Winku, which is a gorgeous yarn, but I will share why I kind of wish I hadn't used it for this project a little later on. But I used this beautiful lime green and off-white, and I must say it turned out absolutely spectacular. And I spent, well, I would say about half the time making the shawl on the beaches of the Dominican Republic in Punta Cana, and I must say, if you have to crochet in January, Punta Cana is not a bad place to do it. It was absolutely spectacular, and I just felt like these colors, it just all worked so well together, and the Island Time, the name of the shawl, it was just a really beautiful combination of all of these different details coming together. For the yarn, I chose Mirasol Winku, which is a Peruvian Tangus organic cotton and silk blend. The name Winku means wavy, and that's the perfect name for this yarn because this is a very soft 2-ply, lightly spun textured yarn that has a thin and thick wavy appearance. And that's why it didn't work great for one section of this pattern. Now, the reason why I am a little hesitant to recommend this yarn for this project is for one reason and one reason alone. If you look at Mallory's photos of her Island Time shawl and you see where you are making those triangle shapes, her edges are completely straight. Well, this yarn is made with varying widths within the strand of yarn. So you'll have very thin pieces and then it will get wider, and it really is beautiful, and it's meant to do that. It's meant to give this really textured organic look, and I think for the squares it looks magnificent. Like, it is so beautiful. But for the triangles, you want that really nice sharp edge, and I really couldn't get that because of the way this yarn is spun. So what I ended up doing was making a granny border around the entire thing because those uneven edges were driving me absolutely bonkers. I couldn't live with it. I would probably use a different yarn. I would use one that's a little less textured unless you just love this look, and I must say I think it just turned out so beautiful. Before we talk about the next shawl, I do want to give a big thank you for today's sponsor, Babbel. Babbel is one of the top language learning apps in the world, and I am so glad that while we were in the Dominican Republic that I had been practicing my Spanish almost daily for 2 years. What I love most about Babbel is how practical and easy it is to use. The lessons were designed by real language experts, and they help you to do practical things like get around the Dominican Republic or order food or let your hostess know that you have a reservation at the restaurant.
Hola. Muy bien. Tenemos una reservación a las 7.
Ajá. ¿Cuántas personas?
2.
In fact, Babbel is scientifically proven by researchers at Yale University, Michigan State University, and other major institutions to help you start speaking a new language in just 3 weeks. Plus, they have this amazing new AI feature that personalizes your lessons based on your progress. It's like having a little language coach in your pocket. If you've ever wanted to learn a new language or pick up where you left off, Babbel is the way to go. And right now, you can get up to 60% off your subscription by clicking the link in the description box or scanning the QR code on the screen. And let me know which language you want to learn. Thank you so much to Babbel for sponsoring today's video and for making my trip to the Dominican Republic even more memorable. The great thing about crocheted shawls is that there are so many to choose from, and this next one is absolutely gorgeous, and it's the Capricious shawl by Rachel Beth of RBS Crochet. This one is stunning, and when I first found it on Ravelry, I actually thought that it was a knitted shawl, not crochet, because of its look, because of its construction, and I had to look a couple of times and make sure, wait a minute, is this crocheted or knit? This is an intermediate pattern, and it uses multiple stitch patterns and colors to create this gorgeous textured look. The designer used a fingering weight yarn, and here's why that was such a perfect choice for this shawl. First of all, it is lightweight and fine, and it is the perfect weight of yarn if you want that gorgeous drape. It's perfect for things like shawls, wraps, and garments that you want to flow beautifully when you wear them. Fingering weight yarn also has incredible stitch definition, so it's perfect for those intricate designs and those lacy patterns. You get this gorgeous, airy fabric that flows effortlessly. It also makes your fabric light and breathable so that you can wear them year-round and layer them, and it won't feel too heavy. I'm probably going to say this about every single project, but this next shawl is breathtaking. Write a Line, Erase a Line by Corinne Purifoy is stunning. And one of the things I love most about this project is its inspiration. Write a Line, Erase a Line is an ode to the music of the Decemberists and to the epic story of Joan of Arc, who sat in her garden and received the visions that inspired her to change her world. I love that so much. And when I read her inspiration on Ravelry, I immediately saw her vision, and I just thought, this is magnificent. What I love about crochet is that it's a way for us to express ourselves, whether we are creating a shawl that's an ode to one of our favorite bands, or maybe it's just a season in our lives that we want to remember, or maybe it's just even a beautiful color and it just speaks to our hearts. That's what I love so much about crochet. Plus, this is a free download on Ravelry, and make sure to check out her adorable Instagram account, I Knit You Not. I've already given you some really good options, but maybe you're looking for something a little more dramatic and romantic, and I have the perfect shawl for you. The Sunset Diamonds shawl is stunning. It was designed by Warda for Expression Fiber Arts, and this is perfect for the adventurous beginner or intermediate crocheter. This is another pattern that was inspired by a special moment. Warda was on the beach when it started to rain, and all of these beautiful water droplets began to look like sparkles and diamonds in the sky, and she just knew that she wanted to create a crocheted version of this memory. And you can see her inspiration so perfectly with those little diamond shapes that are made with shell stitches. This is also a paid pattern, but you will also get a video tutorial to help you make it. Okay, maybe you're in the mood for something a little simpler and you want to use a heavier weight yarn. I've got the perfect project for you. The Granny Wrap by Anna Boo's House is the perfect project when you want to crochet something simple and quick. She used Stylecraft Special Chunky for this project, and I have been a huge fan of Stylecraft Special DK for quite some time. I've made lots of blankets with it. It's such a versatile yarn, so I really want to get my hands on this chunky version. And it also comes in so many different colors, and it's very affordable at $2.99 for a 3.5 ounce skein. I love a granny stitch project, so this is probably going on my to make list because I love projects that are very meditative, that I don't have to constantly look at the pattern, that I know what the repeats are and I can just move along and just crochet and just get into that flow. That is, I love that kind of project. Plus, I've got a lot of yarn I really need to use up, so this one might be a really fun one to make. Or I may just buy that Stylecraft chunky yarn because I really want it. We're sticking with the granny stitch theme here, but this is a project that I love because it's really simple, but it doesn't look like it. The super simple log cabin crochet shawl is absolutely stunning. I love these colors. This is another one that I really want to put on my list of projects to make. I love that on one side, she is using those warmer pinks and peach colors, and then on the other side you have those cool tones of the blues and the greens. I love how that looks. This project was designed by Addie Van Norrell, and it looks so fresh and modern. I would imagine that I would wear something like this, especially during those early spring months when it's still a little bit chilly outside and you need to layer up, and you like to have things where you can put them on when it's a little bit chilly, but when the sun is warm you can take it off. I love these colors for that, and I also love that she's using Stylecraft Special DK because I have a whole lot of it on my shelves and I could probably do some stash busting with this project. But that one really is a super versatile yarn. It is very budget friendly. It comes in over 90 colors and it's 100% acrylic, so you literally can just throw it in the washer and the dryer. This is also a free pattern, plus there's a video tutorial. This next project is for those of you who are looking for a one color textured warm project that uses worsted weight yarn. The Tulip Square Shawl was designed by Wilma Westenberg, and it is absolutely gorgeous. She used Lion Brand Color Theory in the color Raisin, which is this warm red chocolate brown. This is a fantastic number 4 worsted weight yarn, and it comes in this gorgeous color palette, and all of the colors are meant to be used together. I think that's really brilliant. The shawl is made with granny squares and triangles and is named for the national flower of the Netherlands, which is Wilma Westenberg home country. It's also a free pattern with a video tutorial. We're sticking with the granny square theme for this next project, and this is the Ferris Wheel Crochet Shawl by Jane from Joy of Motion Crochet. I am so in love with this granny square motif and can imagine so many different color combinations. She used Lion Brand Basic Stitch for this project, and this is a yarn that I've been using for a different project that I can't wait to tell you about in the near future. But it's a fantastic budget-friendly worsted weight yarn, and it comes in so many different colors. And I also like that she switched up the order of the colors in her shawl. I think it really gives it a lot of interest. And what's even better is that this is a free pattern. I could not possibly put together a collection of my favorite crocheted shawls without including a design from my girl Tony from TL Yarn Crafts. Tony's designs are next level, and she has this unique ability to combine style, creativity, and accessibility in every single one of her patterns. And one of my favorites is her Bronwin shawl, which is this beautiful combination of textured stitches and color work. I love that this project feels both modern and timeless. And this is also the kind of project that you're not going to get bored with because there's always something new to explore, and it's just so beautiful. But don't let that intimidate you. Tony is one of the best crochet educators out there. She has this as a full free pattern, but there's also a video tutorial, so she's going to hold your hand throughout the entire process. Another thing I love about this shawl is that you can make it in any different color combination. You could do something super bright and bold with neon colors. You could use the exact colors that she's using, which is stunning, which those deep rich browns and that cream color, but you could also go for neutrals. It really is a very versatile shawl, and this one is probably also going on my list. I've talked myself into it. This next project may be one of the most unique crocheted shawls I have ever seen. This project was designed by the talented Kirsten Bollering from Hawk Mar Rock. Kirsten was inspired by traditional Scandinavian designs to create this wrap with a combination of both crochet and cross stitch. I used to do a lot of cross stitch back in the day, and seeing this combination of crochet and cross stitch kind of makes my heart go pitter patter. I also love the contrast between the dark version and the light version, and she's using two different yarns, the Shapius Stonewashed and the Shapius Katona. These are absolutely gorgeous yarns, and I recently tested them, and the Shapius Stonewashed was one of my favorites. It's so incredibly soft, and I love that it gives it that heathered, worn out look. It's absolutely gorgeous. This project was from a crochet along from 2017, so it's broken down into a lot of different sections, but I will leave a link for the Ravelry page and you'll be able to find out all of the information. This next shawl is breathtaking. It combines gorgeous colors and interesting textures, and it's called the Aruth shawl, and it is a showstopper. I hope I'm pronouncing the name of this shawl right, but I love that she's showing two different versions. She's got the one that has these amazing, spectacular color changes, and then she has one in one color to really highlight those textured stitches. This project was designed by KAME Crochet, and she also mentioned that this particular pattern was going to be updated later this year. This next project is not just one. It's actually a collection of different shawls, and it's from Adinda, from Adinda's World. If you know this designer, you know how beautiful these projects are. Every single one of them brings such a smile to my face. I want to make every single one of them. I want to wear one every single day. I think if you were wearing something like this, you would feel happy all the time. How could you not feel full of joy wearing these gorgeous shawls? I love this cherry blossom wrap with these bright, cheerful colors and the flowers and the cherries. I just think this one is, I love it. But I also love Rosita. It has a more dramatic flair to it. It reminds me of a Spanish matador. It's just absolutely gorgeous. The imagination it takes to create something like this and that level of detailed thinking, I'm so blown away by Adinda's work. And if you look at her robin shawl, oh my goodness, this is the perfect project for spring. As we have snow outside right now, I'm just looking at something very fresh and spring feeling, and I'm longing for that right now. But these are just so beautiful. I hope this collection of shawls left you feeling inspired and ready to grab your crochet hook and some squishy yarn, and make sure to let us know in the comment section which one was your favorite. Are any of these going on your to-do list? And if you have a crochet shawl or wrap pattern that you absolutely love, please let us know as well. But I hope you have a great rest of your week. Stay safe and happy stitching. You get this gorgeous airy fabric that flows effortlessly. Oh my God. Effortlessly. Say that word. Effortlessly. Yes.